Bernstein Show. Here's Ed.
Well, if you've lived in Las Vegas, or even if you visit here quite often, you are familiar with the name Scinta. And with me today, Frank Scinta, who's, boy, I mean, over the last 20, 30 years or so, you've been on a few times with other members of your family.
Yes.
And today you're bringing your daughter, Danielle.
I know. My savior over here.
Your
Oh,
savior.
please.
Yeah, you have an amazing story. I mean, I know that you're very proud of your background. You're very proud of having been brought up and grew up in Buffalo, New York. I'm very fond of Buffalo because it gave us Jack Eichel.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. They hated him in Buffalo,
Well,
but they love him here.
yes, and we could talk about that later.
Yeah, we
because-
could.
because
I
they didn't treat
appreciate
him fairly. And I mean, the guy had a fractured neck
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something, and they didn't give him a break, right?
Right.
But and came to Vegas like you, and we showed you our Vegas hospitality.
You sure did.
What happened in Buffalo to really define your career? Because you do so much. You're a musician, you're a humorist, a comedian, you're a singer. I mean, you dance, you sing, you tell jokes, you play multiple instruments.
It started in bars. I guess we honed our talent, my brother and I, honed our talent in bars. And we knew how to handle hecklers. It didn't matter who they were, who they knew, how big they were. When they were out of line, we knew how to.
Is there like a philosophy in that? I mean, do you always confront a heckler, or do you just kind of ignore them?
You'll ignore them once. After that, then you'll throw a little something at them. And if they throw something back verbally, then we just knew what to do. And one of us would play the good guy, one would play the bad guy. If we want any crap out of you, we'll squeeze your head. And Joe, you can't say that. I'm really sorry, but it's the truth. I mean, that's the way we handled stuff.
It's like the scene in Casino when you squeeze the head. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
yeah.
They
And a
put their
vice.
head in the vice grip.
Oh my God. But it was funny. It was, and the crowd laughed. And by the end of the show, whoever it was that was talking or not even watching us loved the show. And let me buy you guys a drink, And it just started that way in the music, the impressions, the comedy. It all culminated just in a bar and then in nightclubs and then in showrooms and then the offer to come to Vegas.
You don't see that anymore in entertainment. People seem like to have one genre of the skill, whether you're a singer, you're a dancer. I mean, some people sing and dance, obviously, but you don't see all the interaction with the comedians, all the vaudeville kind of talent that there used to be.
That is, it's amazing because I hear that a lot. And that's how somebody gave me the name of the showman, because nobody does that anymore. You're right. They're either a great singer, Michael Bublé, incredible singer. Right. She loves him. He walks on water.
Love.
And he's cute, he's funny, but he's a singer. I could never identify what I am. I do a little bit of everything. And I love that.
But what came first for you?
I think it was the instruments and the singing.
Did your parents make you learn an instrument? Your family was in the
My
in the
grandpa
business, right?
had an orchestra, the Scinta Orchestra. And there's pictures in history books of them. But when I was 6 years old, he passed away. And he used to tell my mother, this boy's going to be a musician. Because I used to watch him. And I watch how he played and the chords and the picking and the singing. And I just picked it up. It was amazing. I don't know how I knew. I just knew. And by age of 7, I was on local TV. And it was, I never looked back.
Do you think that those type of skills and talents are inherited to some extent? I mean, it seems to me that there's a lot of that generational talent that's passed down.
I wouldn't say
and
so.
And you, she's saying no.
Because she doesn't think she's a singer.
No, it's just funny because I was hoping that maybe one of the three of us would be musically inclined, or my children, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe they just need to grow into it.
They love sports. I think some of it is but it skipped a generation. My grandpa was, my parents weren't, but some of my uncles played instruments. but none of them were great like my grandpa. And then me and my brother came along, and my grandpa left, out of 27 grandkids, he left all his guitars and mandolin to myself and my brother. And that's what started the whole thing. I never took a lesson, very rudimentary, but everything I did was by ear. And I guess I would have to say, in my case, it was. In my kids and grandkids, they love sports. Right. You know, it's a little different. I did too, but music was...
Definitely his heart drove him there.
Yeah.
It was in him.
But there was something just automatic.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
It just came to you.
It's amazing because because I sing with him once in a while, and when I do, I'll bring him a new song, and all he has to do is like listen to it once, and then he's like, okay, hold on, and then he'll just sit down at the piano and play a song he's never heard before. Still to this day, I'll play a song from now, and he'll be like, okay, all right. 5 seconds later, he's playing it. It's amazing. It's definitely within him.
It is. It's
it's
something I live to do.
Jealous.
I am so jealous too.
Well, let's take a look at some of your other talents. Okay, we have some video.
Please welcome to the stage, the showman, Mr. Frankie Scinta.
Hey everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. One of the songs that touched my heart as a little boy was a waltz, a mazurka. The name of it was Speranza Perduta, which translated for my Jewish friends means it really itches, but I can't reach it. No. You gonna miss my love when it's cold outside. You're gonna miss my love.
So what is your instrument of preference? Is it strings, piano, drums?
I think piano is. Piano is because what you can create on a piano, you can't do on many instruments. And it's pretty, it's forceful, it's got all the emotion. You know, I could bring somebody to tears with a certain kind of playing, and then I could bring them to excitement. And I love the piano, I really do. I think it's my go-to instrument, but I do love the guitar, the banjo. You know, that was my first national appearance, was Al Jolson songs. You know, toot-toot, tootsie, goodbye, California, here I come, with full orchestra. I mean, to me, that was great. But sitting at the piano, it's creative. You could be creative.
What was the first impersonation that you did?
Kermit the Frog. It's not easy being green. Yeah, and you know why? I knew girls loved Kermit, whether they were young or old. They all loved Kermit the Frog. And when I did that the first time, everybody reacted. There was laughter, it was awes, and I'm thinking, wow, I'm an impersonator. Kermit the Frog didn't go far for me, but I think I never considered myself an impressionist, but I love the Sinatra music, the Dean Martin, Tom Jones, Ray Charles. I love leaning to them.
Right.
Because they're iconic voices that you can't, you know, Dean Martin was just, and I'm not like him, but I could give the feeling of Dean Martin. You know what I mean?
So when you're doing a Dean Martin, in your mind, are you visualizing yourself as Dean Martin?
I guess so. I never really thought of that. I think of his mannerisms and all the time I've seen him on TV, and with a cigarette in his hand, and the way he moved and the way he laughed and smiled. You could see his smile on the radio. Everybody loved, and he was smiling when he was singing.
Right.
And other singers, you really didn't know that. Sinatra was a singer. He was very serious. Dean was an entertainer. And that's what I love.
He looked like he was enjoying himself.
Oh, yeah.
You've always, in the past, performed with your family. That has changed over the years. Because of death, retirements, people moving. Somehow you connected with your daughter. You grew up, your dad, watching your dad perform, but you took a different course, right? You went to college and
Yep.
became a teacher.
Graduated. That's a big key. That's a big key in our family. I
So
graduated.
you actually finished.
Yeah.
And then you taught at the Clark County School
I did,
District and around Las Vegas. Subsequently, there became a point in time where you and your dad decided that you were going to sing together. How did that happen?
So I think I was very blessed to grow up and watch my family. I really was. Like, my childhood was backstage or in the audience, or when we were little, he would bring us up, and it was always so endearing to do that and watch them grow and be entertainers. So I think a little piece of that, even though I joke and say I don't think that's like gone through our genes, I think being a teacher, I had to be entertaining in a way. And I realized, okay, hey, I can keep the attention of like second graders, right? You have to be pretty, it's like,
Yes,
you have to like spin
absolutely.
upside down
You gotta
to
be
make,
on.
yeah, to make science and dull lessons be fun. So I feel like some of that grew in the classroom for me. And then, as we were little, there wasn't a family event that we were not sitting around a fire at the end of the night. Everybody had a drink and roasting marshmallows, and my dad and Uncle Joe would just bring out a guitar. And even if we weren't like the best singers in the whole world, like we all had like a Disney song we sang around the fire. The first song my dad ever taught me was an Italian song called Vicino Mare. And it's the song I just grew up singing, so that would be my song. And when the pandemic hit, it was really hard to watch somebody you love so much and somebody who truly, truly leaves his heart on stage. Like, he lives to do this.
Right, because when the pandemic hit, for those who may not remember, Las Vegas almost closed down. You couldn't, and it really hit the entertainers, performers, the people worked in the showrooms more than anybody else, because they went black for a long time.
After working every week or 3-4 times a month doing a show, and then nothing, we couldn't perform. It was like the air was taken out of us. And they said,
My brother,
Yeah.
Frankie, who is
My
6
son,
years
my
older
number
than us,
one.
he's very good with electronics, mics, and all that stuff. He was like, why don't you just do a Facebook live show? So at least you're performing, and who cares who watches? Let's just set up a camera, your keyboard in the loft. And I was like, yeah, and I'll sit and I'll make fun of you and we'll make jokes and whatever. Because I was always good at being funny. Like, just little things, sometimes, a little, how would you say it? A little adult,
yes.
But
breaking my oranges.
yeah, so I would, and it was fun. And then he's like, hey, one night we were having a few drinks, all of us, because we would have a drink while we did the show. He's like, why don't you come up and sing? And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. I will just sit here and be, I'm good at. So
Come on,
Danielle, do Vicino Mare. Oh, come on, Danielle, try this song. Try Whitney. I'm like, okay, you're drinking too much. I'm done. Like, Whitney Houston. So eventually it turned into doing that. Like, and it's been 5 years now. We still do it. It's so much fun. But I really do feel like I never, first of all, my Aunt Chrissy, Uncle Joe, and my dad have spent literally their entire life building the stage, like building the audience. The fact that I just get to walk up there on something they've spent their lives building is such it just means so much to me, because I was always a dancer. Like, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I'd be on stage next to him actually singing and not like,
So what do your kids think about you performing with your dad?
The first time my kids saw me perform was actually at the South Point. And I think first of all, my son, who has never seen my dad in an adult venue, was like, Mom, why isn't Papa making billions of dollars? He is so funny. He is so talented.
Oldest, Dominic.
Yeah, my 12-year-old. I'm like, for a 12-year-old to see that, Dad, I'm like, you still got it, so don't worry. And then my twins that are 6 saw, and my daughter, and they were like, Mommy, that was just so cool. I mean, it's cool. It probably feels the same way it did for me, watching my aunt.
So the pandemic put us together. And we had one microphone and an amplifier. And one channel had reverb, so for your voice.
Right.
Yes.
And when I talked, I had to shut the reverb off and then sing. And that piano came through the same amp on an iPhone. Now we got a studio.
Yeah, my brother.
We built, because of the people that watch us every week, we built a studio. Lights, cameras, action, 32 channel board, mixer, effects. I mean, and there's production going on. There's videos. It's really
And
something.
how does somebody find that Facebook channel?
Just go to his Facebook.
Frankie Scinta, Scinta. We'll be on. We're on usually Saturday nights.
Okay.
If I'm not performing, if I'm not gone, but when I'm home, we perform, and it's fun. 6 p.m. Pacific time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So you do it live, at
Live.
the time, and then it's recorded, so
Yep.
you can catch it later in the week.
People watch it all over the country and around the world.
And they've actually coined themselves the Fam Club.
Yeah, FAM,
Right.
the Scinta Fam
Because
Club.
whenever people hang out with us, I feel like the sentiment they leave with, like he was saying, a feeling. I feel like people feel like they're family when they're done hanging out or watching his show or whatever. It's just, so the Fam Club was so fitting.
It's a blessing.
And you've spent your entire life essentially working with your family, either your peers, the
Brother, sister.
or your grandfather or your daughter. I mean, multiple generations. What is the most difficult part about working with family?
The arguments about just sometimes there's arguments right before we go on camera.
Yeah, with my husband or my children.
And she'll come in like
crying.
just was crying, and then we're live and hi, it's hysterical. But when it's family, you learn to get through it, and you actually forget what you were arguing about.
Yeah, and it's
Joe and I did it. God, how many nights we'd almost be in fistfights before the show, or my sister and myself. And then we'd get on stage, we'd sing, we'd look, we'd smile. After the show,
You forgot about it.
never brought it up again.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. But with us, it's like an appointment, that show. People come to it, and we look forward to doing it. I mean, I know I do.
Yeah, it's like it's a time for us. Like the thing that's so beautiful about this is I'll never get this time back. Like it's like so special. Even no matter how big or small the audience is watching, it's special and it's really fun. It's so much fun. I think that's the thing. We make it fun, even if it is hard. And he's my dad, so what am I gonna? I'm not gonna fight with him. He's always right.
Oh yeah, right.
Until I prove you wrong.
You often talk about the Italian American Club here in Las Vegas. You perform there occasionally. You go watch other people perform. It's kind of, it's been around for a long time.
Yes.
Right? And it hasn't really changed much over the years. That's part of the attraction of it.
It's very successful now. Jimmy Gerard and Ben Spano, Angelo Casaro, when this team came together, the three of them, it changed that place because there weren't many members when they walked in. Now, if you do not know someone, you can't get in there. You don't have to be a member, but it's just packed. Entertainment 6 nights a week. Great food. The lounge is always, it's old Vegas.
Right.
Remember there was a lounge and a showroom? The show would end, you'd go in the lounge, drink, party till, it's time to call an Uber. I love that. I love the South Point. Great, probably one of the finest showrooms. Michael Gaughan's a genius, what he did there. I mean, he's one of the few that cares about entertainers.
Crowded every night.
It's crowded every night, and that's proof right there. When there's a team or a real people that own it, run it, it's going to be successful. I wish the other casinos in Vegas would know that. I mean, I'm sure they're doing well, but the days of the showroom, the lounge, people hanging out till 2, 3 in the morning, having fun. And if there's young kids and there's our age that are having a ball in the same room, same music, there's teenagers, well, not teenagers,
No,
20s.
21.
That come into the
21
club
and up.
and they're having a ball there.
Yeah.
I love playing that room because it reminds me of being home. And that's what I love about the Italian American Club. And the South Point's a different entity. The best of the sound, the best lights, best crew. And it's just incredible to be there. I mean, I love it both.
Do you find that you have a regular following in both either of those two places? I mean, the Italian American Club is more local, but South Point's a little bit local, but it's also, it has people from all over the world there, and people who already know you, know your work.
What's great about the South Point is I get people from all over the country that plan their stay in Vegas when they know I'm performing at the South Point. They stay there,
Right.
they eat there, they drink there, they gamble there. What could be better for a casino?
It's also interesting how, because you'll ask the crowd sometimes, like, who's new here? Like, who's for.
Yeah, who hasn't
and
seen me?
it's pretty amazing how many people haven't seen him. And he's like, well, thank God you came. I'm almost dead. But it's pretty interesting to see how many new people are still.
It really is.
Yeah.
Do you think about retirement, Frankie?
No. No, I don't think I've ever thought of it. At the least, I'll be sitting at a piano somewhere, maybe in my own little nightclub one day.
That's his dream.
My own little spot, 100 seats. You know what I mean?
You'd be good at that.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would. And when the time comes, I'll get the right people with a lot of money. No, and you know what I mean? I'll get investors, and I'll do that. And I'm maybe a trio. That's it. I'll be able to do what I do. I'll be able to bring up people, whether they're a big star or a little star.
You'd be terrific at that.
Yeah, that's my goal one day. I'm not ready for that yet because I still love my 10-piece orchestra.
I heard, last year, Tony Orlando retired.
Aww.
So when somebody,
Good friend.
Right. So somebody asked him, how's retirement, Tony? And he said, every day is Saturday. And do you have any of those thoughts or feelings like, hey, I'd like to not have to worry about working, not have to worry about waking up, not have to worry about obligating myself to do something, and just wake up and have the freedom to do what I want to do?
The show has never been work for me. It's always been a privilege and a pleasure. The getting ready, the rehearsing, is the sound right, the lights right, that's work. Right. Like I get to the venue 11, 12 o'clock in the morning, and I'm there all day to make sure the sound is right, where the lights are going to be, what they're going to look like, where the spotlight's going to be, all those things. That's work. Performing, man, I smile because I live to do it. Like Saturday night, we're doing our live show this Saturday, and I can't wait to get up in the studio, turn the lights on, and go.
And do you know what you're going to be doing each week on your show, or just kind of ad-lib it?
Well, we make a song list just so we're not,
Lost.
Like somebody would have a script,
Right.
but we don't follow it.
And he takes requests, and that's partially my job, like writing down if people want prayers, or if there's a birthday, if there's something like that, that's kind of my job. I always say, who's David Letterman? Well, who was his right-hand man? Paul Schaefer?
Paul Schaefer.
That's like me. I just fill in the blanks of requests.
And my son too, Frankie.
And my brother's amazing on sound,
We've reached a lot of people. It's amazing how many hearts we've touched. Thank you for bringing us through this ugliest time in our lives. And now people ask us for prayers. I mean, I'm a Christian, not a good one, but I love God. And people go, would you pray for my family? And we'll say it on air. Hey, everybody, do me a favor. When you go to bed tonight, whatever your denomination, say a prayer for this person.
And there's also, there's an older woman who's kind of lonely, and she's always been part of, I think she's just followed my family throughout their career, and she's going through a really hard time right now, and her prescription meds are too expensive for her. So we've contributed money, and we've started a GoFundMe for her so that she can pay for her things. So it's kind of become a family where we take care of each other in a way.
It all comes back to the fam.
Yeah.
Right? How about your plans, Danielle? I mean, you're going to get more into the entertainment world? I'm going to do wherever I'm led. I'm not going to lie. I loved, when I was a little girl, I was a dancer. I loved being on stage. That was the best part. Singing on stage is a whole other world that's intimidating. I still shake and get nervous and my voice cracks, and I'm not a singer. I really am not. I'm a mom, I'm a, wife, but singing is all new to me, but I'm learning to love it. It's fun, the adrenaline, even when people come up and don't always have a compliment, it's funny and endearing. I think one of the best compliments I got
And the reason I feel like I love doing this is because somebody in Cleveland, we were performing in Cleveland, and this lady came up to me and she goes, I have not felt that way watching your dad since your Aunt Chrissy was on stage with him. And I'm like, I can't, how do you replace that? Like that feeling that not only we feel as being together up there, but like making people feel something is the most beautiful, it's the best compliment in the world.
Especially if you get them to feel that way during the show, and then when they leave, they take that feeling with them.
That's one thing about the show's always been, people take something with them.
Yeah.
It's a feeling. And that to me is the most beautiful thing. It really is. When you know you've touched somebody's heart and their funny bone, man, there's nothing better.
So at this venue that you're going to have when you retire, you're going to be serving food?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And what would the name, I'm sure you have a name somewhere. You better trademark it now, by the way.
I think
Well, it might be Scintas, or it might be Frankie's Hole
that's
in the
good.
Wall.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple Frankie places.
Yeah, I know,
Frankie's
I know.
Uptown. People thought you owned that.
Yeah,
Frankie's
people
Uptown.
thought I was a hero for a minute. A friend owns it, but I don't know yet. I mean, I would let a creative team come up with a name. It might be something like,
probably,
the place. I don't know. Frankie's
Studio.
Frankie's living room.
There you go.
The living room. And that's how people will feel when they come
Yeah,
there.
my vote is for Scintas.
All right.
I would just keep the name.
Noted.
Keep the name.
I mean, hey, you can catch Frankie and Danielle over at Facebook any Saturday night,
Yep.
6 o'clock Pacific time.
Yep.
And just Google Frankie Scinta or search Frankie Scinta on the Facebook page. And you could also catch them over at the Italian American Club. We're back and forth at the South Point, so check those listings. Danielle, I'm glad, I'm missing you as a teacher, but you're doing a wonderful service with your dad.
Thank you.
So enjoy it. Frankie, good to see you again.
Pleasure to see you again.
Good to see
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
And we have like 1 minute left. I purposely left a minute so you can finish Sentimental Journey.
Oh, look at that. Come on.
We don't even do it. Go ahead, go ahead.
Now we do.
Well,
now
this
we
is
do.
for Mom and
Sing
Dad.
it, I'll do the
Mom and
bass.
Dad, go ahead.
Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to renew old memories.
That's it.
That's the only verse?
That's all. That's the time of the year. Okay, so now.
I swear we've never done it before.
It's not a song we ever did. We used to just listen to Mom and Dad do it.
Good. We thought the audience would come back next week, but maybe not. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Ed.